Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Every Day, your go-to podcast for learning real and useful English. Today, we're diving into a captivating personal story titled, My First Time Traveling Abroad. Get ready to learn essential travel vocabulary, explore emotions, and practice your speaking skills. Let's embark on this adventure together.
Laughs. That sounds amazing. Traveling abroad for the first time is like opening a new chapter in your life. Was it as thrilling as it sounds?
Absolutely. 2 years ago, I took my first trip to France. I remember feeling a whirlwind of nerves and excitement. Have you ever felt that mix of emotions before a big trip? It's like the thrill of standing at the edge of a big wave right before it crashes.
Yes. Like that feeling you get at amusement parks when you're about to ride a roller coaster? What was it like at the airport for you then?
Oh, the airport was a big adventure on its own. I checked my luggage, and as I waited at gate 34, I was surrounded by bright lights and the hustle and bustle of travelers. It was exhilarating and overwhelming at the same time, like being in a giant kaleidoscope of global cultures.
Wow, I can imagine that. What about the check-in process? Was it smooth sailing?
Well, checking in was definitely a mini adventure too. You get to meet new people and feel the electric atmosphere of everyone moving towards new destinations. And then, boarding the flight felt like opening a door to a new world.
I love that. So tell me about the flight. Did anything surprising happen on the plane?
Once I was on the plane, a friendly flight attendant showed me to my window seat. Can you imagine how magical it felt to sit by the window on my very first flight? It was like having a front row seat to preview the adventure ahead.
Laughs. That's awesome. Did you talk to anyone interesting while you were up there?
Yes, I actually met a delightful woman from Italy who was also heading to Paris. She calmed my nerves, and we shared our excitement. It's funny how you can bond with strangers in such unique situations, isn't it?
Definitely. It's like being in a bubble together, sharing the thrill of a new adventure. What happened when you landed in Paris?
The plane landed at 6 a.m., and I felt butterflies in my stomach. After getting my passport stamped, oh, such a precious moment. It was like a rite of passage into a whole new realm.
Butterflies in your stomach? That's such a vivid way to describe it. What did you do next?
After collecting my luggage, I grabbed a taxi, and for the first time, I saw the Eiffel Tower. Can you believe it? It was breathtaking.
Wow. Seeing the Eiffel Tower in person must have been surreal. What was your first impression?
Oh, the first day was unforgettable. I checked into my hotel, and when I looked out of my room, it felt like waking up inside a stunning postcard. That evening, I treated myself to a croissant and relaxed in a cafe, feeling both peaceful and a little lonely. But you know what? That blend of emotions was profound.
You really paint a picture there. It's interesting how food can have such a deep connection to our experiences. What did the croissant taste like?
Oh, it was divine. The flaky layers melted in my mouth. Food is like a universal connector. It creates memories. Every bite brought me joy and made me feel part of the culture.
Laughs. I can only imagine. So after all of that, how did this trip change you in the long run?
Reflecting back on that trip, I realized it changed my life. I gathered confidence I didn't know I had. Here's a question for you. Have you ever traveled abroad? What's your dream destination? And what would you do on your first day there?
I haven't traveled much, but I'd love to go to Japan. Maybe I would try sushi right away. The culture fascinates me.
Japan would be incredible. The food, the temples, the cherry blossoms, every place has its own magic, just like Paris did for me.
Laughs. Yes. So what do you want listeners to take away from your story today?
We learned so much today. Words like abroad, check-in, immigration, and croissant. And now, here's your challenge. I encourage you to share your own travel story, real or imagined. Start with, last year, I traveled to underscore, 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 underscore. Use 4 to 5 sentences and, if you can, record yourself.
That sounds like a fun challenge. I can't wait to share my story. Laughs. Thanks for the encouragement.
Thank you for joining me for today's episode, My First Time Abroad. If you enjoyed this journey and want more stories like this, feel free to send me a message or leave a review. Keep dreaming.